crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. All right, we're talking silver, we're talking theta, we're talking generational wealth. Don't you love that term? Generational wealth, meaning you'll have enough to live, you'll have enough to retire, and you'll have enough to pass on to your kids. Of course, everything depends on how much you're going to spend, how much your kids need. I'm not a fan of giving kids everything, not at all. Give them something, give them enough to strive for their goals and dreams. What do they want to do with their life? So yeah, I think generational wealth is a great thing. Obviously, wealth makes life a little easier. And let's talk about wealth. Silver, I think, is one of two. I have two big ones that'll create generational wealth very, very soon. Very soon. Oh, Bix, very soon. You've been fighting this fight for 10 years in silver. 20 years, excuse me. Yeah, it's a big enemy. The banking cabal is a big enemy. But they are going down, and there are signs of it. This year was the largest losses by this group of banks ever in their history. The largest losses in the silver and gold world. The largest losses ever in 2020. And it ain't over. There's more pain to be had in 2020, and I'll get to that in 1 second. But yeah, I mean, 20 years of fighting, and all of a sudden, 20 years later, we're at the year zero, and we got the largest losses ever. We got more money being printed by every government around the world. Of course you want to have physical gold, physical silver. If you're going for either gold or silver, it is a no-brainer. You need massively more silver than gold. I'm at 100% silver and 0% gold. For a few reasons. I think gold will go up, maybe double or triple. But there's a hell of a lot of gold out there. Silver, on the other hand, there's a hell of a lot less silver and a hell of a lot more price suppression over the past 150 years. So it's definitely silver. And with every ounce of gold you have, you can trade it in for like 70 plus ounces of silver. That's insane. If you don't get that, if you gold bugs don't understand that, you got to dig a little deeper. All right, let's really interesting thing. We have a record-setting delivery. There was a record set already in the history of the COMEX for silver deliveries. A record set. I'm going to show you that in a second. And it's going to blow your mind because it is one of the banking cabals. One of their members is leaving. And what do they do when they go out the door? They take their silver with them. They take their ball and they run away. I'm going to show you who that is in 1 second. First, let's look at Thursday's numbers. Still, they're trading, a little less than 500 million, like 300 million ounces only traded yesterday on the COMEX, which is a stupid amount of silver. All of this is a game. It's all a game. Nothing has to do, it all has to do with computers, derivatives, setting the price of silver, not a free market value price of silver. We know that because the head of the CFTC just decided to retire again. All right, so here's what we have. Interesting thing right now, we're the 11th of December, and there's still 1,000 open interest contracts waiting to be delivered, just sitting there waiting. Whoever owns that, owns the silver. If they have the silver, are paying charges for inventory and things like that. The idea is to get rid of it early. That's why all the COMEX deliveries happen soon. I don't think they have it. But it's 5 million ounces, which might not seem like a lot when you look at all the deliveries that have been done this year, almost 500 million ounces. But when you're at the end and you can't find any silver, it's harder and harder to get. You're going to have to go to JP Morgan behind the scenes and pay double or triple for the silver. So there's still 5 million ounces to be delivered. And, of course, anybody can come in today, buy silver, and take delivery on the COMEX. That's the way the game works. How much can they take? They changed that number. They changed that number from 3,000 contracts to 6,000 contracts, or 30 million ounces. And everybody's like, oh, this sucks. The position limits were way too high and all that. Hey, if they want to play this game. And they changed it for the very reason that somebody wanted to get out in December, and they had more silver in the game that they were playing with. They needed to withdraw more silver. I'll tell you who that is right now. You go to the silver deliveries. Who took all the silver this month? Right here. Scotia Capital, for their home account, issued 3,327. That's almost 17,000 or 17 million ounces of silver, the world's record for COMEX deliveries in a month. Congratulations, Scotia Capital. Scotia Capital, the company that was fined like $100 million for rigging the silver and gold markets. Congratulations. After 250 years in the gold and silver markets, they announced earlier this year that they're leaving. They're closing up operation. And what do they do on their last day? They take the ball away. They remove 17 million ounces of physical silver from the COMEX. That's what this is right here. Remember, this is the company that said we're leaving and the company that got busted. JP Morgan got busted but isn't leaving, at least not yet. And if you look through the whole year, yes, it's a huge amount of silver that Scotia is taking away. Let's see, 33, say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9,000 contracts, 45 million ounces that they removed and took home. 45 million ounces, Scotia Capital. Congratulations, 250 years of rigging the silver market, and you walked away with a substantial amount of physical silver for the moonshot. Who provided it? All kinds of banks. Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, of course, JP Morgan, although JP Morgan isn't doing it out of their own account anymore. That game was over in July. Look at they didn't play any. It was their customer accounts. They run the book for the U.S. government, the Exchange Stabilization Fund, all the criminal banksters. So Scotia's running away with it, and the providers are Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan. See if there's any more big suppliers. Maybe at the beginning here. I don't see anything big. Oh, there's 800. No, Macquarie's taking delivery. 800. But it's the big U.S. banks, it looks like, providing the Canadian bank. Say goodbye to silver, American people. Right out the door, dumb shits. All right, moving on. Let's talk about generational wealth. Theta. I know I scream about Theta all the time, and there's a good reason for it. Theta's just begun. Nobody knows about Theta still to this day. They're doing, if you've heard about Theta through Road to Ruta, you're up on what the hell they're doing. It's the Internet 2.0. They're expanding broadband because broadband is running out. There's all kinds of news articles about, we're going to have to increase costs of the internet because there's no more room. Everybody's doing everything online. Theta invented a way to do it freely because of the way the economic system works within the Theta network. You're incentivized to share your broadband, which is an amazing, brilliant concept. They're expanding the internet for free. The equality for human beings in the future will be unbelievably important. It's important now. I'm not a social justice warrior, but I do know there's a lot of inequality in the world. Internet can even the playing field if it's free for everybody everywhere. That means in the hardest hit parts of Africa and China and South America, people who can't afford to eat, if they have free internet, that just levels the playing field all around. And that's what Theta can do. And that's what Theta is being set up to do. But nobody knows about it. And if you're on the road to Ruta, you are buying Theta left and right and Theta Fuel and setting up Guardian nodes. And I've had so many people contact me and say, oh my God, I knew nothing about cryptos. I walked through what you said about setting up your Theta Guardian node, and voila, I am now staked with my Theta. I'm earning Theta Fuel every, whatever it is, 15 minutes. And that is the future. People are asking me, well, Bix, should I buy Theta or Theta Fuel? I think I have, on the private road, I have put out projections. for the next 6 years. And I'm going to go through an example because I got a customer asking me a question. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. I tell you what I'm doing. I show you why I'm doing it. It's up to you. You are the one who needs to make the decision. And with the economic system on the brink of collapse, the banks on the brink of collapse, we got the world's reserve currency, the first time in history, an unbacked fiat world's reserve currency, the US dollar, with the US government about to become completely, totally destroyed. Either way this election thing goes, it will destroy the confidence in the US dollar. What do you need to own in that situation? You need to own real assets in your own possession. Gold, silver, and cryptos. The real cryptos. Cryptos are nobody's liability. I talked to Jim Sinclair about that with Cliff High and Bill Holter a long time ago. The key is, the beauty of gold is if you hold gold in your hand, there's no third party. It's nobody's liability. It is a true asset. Same with most of the cryptocurrencies. They are true assets. They're nobody's liability. So, yes, am I worried that Theta went from 75 down to 67? No way. I want it to be cheaper. I want Theta to go back to 5 cents, where a lot of road-to-root people got in. Why? Because that means you can get some more. This is not a short-term deal. This is long-term, and you can create generational wealth. I'm going to show you that in 1 second. But first of all, let's take a look at guardianmonitor.io is where they kind of track all the metrics of Theta since the introduction of 1,000 token Guardian nodes. I loved it. I did it on my phone as soon as it happened yesterday at, 12:48 or something. A lot of people were emailing me and said, oh my God, it doesn't work. I can't do it. You got to close your wallet out and then reload your wallet because it's been upgraded. The software is different. So just do that and then try it. It's really easy. And if you're on the private road, I teach you how to buy it. I teach you how to store it. I teach you how to stake it. Wait till it comes to Coinbase. Good night. So 67-cent Theta is a gift. 13-cent Theta Fuel is a gift. Which one should you buy? I don't know. Both of them are going to go through the roof. I think ultimately come April 21st, when all the Theta Fuel enhancements come on, burning of Theta Fuel, the Theta Fuel staking, then Theta Fuel will just go moonshot. But that's not until April 21st. So until then, it's going to be volatile. Theta Fuel's already hit my projection. I had it at 0.012 cents by the end of December. It went up to and I said in my video on the private road, it's going to be very volatile. So Theta Fuel is going to be volatile. Just here's another problem with Theta. Binance owns all of it. When you look at all the swap places you can do, all the brokers, where do they get it? They get it from Binance. Binance was a huge. They own most of the Theta and the Theta Fuel, massive amounts of Theta Fuel. So they can manipulate it, and they do. But a lot of people are staking. Let's take a look at the staking right now. Right now, we're at 54% staked. That's going to go to 90, 95% over the next couple of years. As more and more people understand, oh my God, we need to fix the internet. I keep getting this little circle going around when I try to download my Netflix video. 75% of the internet is taken up by video. It's not stopping, my friends. I hate to tell you, it is not stopping. Everything's going online, so we need to expand broadband. What is the way to do it? Theta Labs invented a way. Who is behind it? Who's involved in it? Google, Samsung, Binance. All the big names are involved in this, but the rest of the world doesn't know. And that's the key. The crypto investors don't know. Go ask anybody in the world about Bitcoin. They might have heard about it. Ask anybody in the world about Theta. You got a handful. That's it. But everybody will know about Theta in the next 3 to 5 years. Everybody will be using Theta in the next 3 to 5 years. Everybody who uses the internet now and who can't afford to use the internet will have that opportunity. And yes, governments around the world are 100% behind it. Why? Because good guys or bad guys, we need the internet for the future. So, yeah. All right, I did this. I made I got a question from a subscriber. And all this information I give to the private road members, so think about joining the private road. But here was the question. Hi, Bix. May I ask your opinion? If a person had 12 Guardian nodes staked with the original 10,000 Theta token requirement, in your humble opinion, do you think that would likely produce generational wealth in 3+ years? Here was my answer. Hi. First, this is not investment advice at all. If this fictional person were looking for financial advice, I'd tell them to consult their local indoctrinated professional financial planner if they want to be shown how crazy crypto investments are. Period. This is not financial advice. Having said that, I do have projections of where Theta is going over the next few years, where Theta Fuel is going over the next few years. I got a full video on it on the private road, but let's talk about this situation. He has 12 Guardian nodes, 10,000 each is 120,000 Theta. Right now, 120,000 Theta is, well, let's see. That's 67. I'm not going to do it. That's maybe $8,000, which is a hefty investment for most people. Minimum is down to 1,000, so you can do a 1,000 Theta Guardian node for $670. Anyway, let's go back to this situation. He wants to know about generational wealth. He has 120,000 staked Theta token. Here's what I said. From my last video page on the Theta page in the private road, in 3 years, I have projected the Theta token to be priced at $100 per token and Theta Fuel at $3 per token. Over those 3 years, staked Theta will earn about 42,000 Theta per year. That's at the current payout rates. Those will change. But right now, this is hypothetical. Right now, 120,000 Theta staked earns you about 42,000 per year. So if you add it all up, 120,000 Theta times 100 is $12 million. 126 Theta Fuel, which is for 3 years, times $3 is $378. So this guy in 3 years, if my projections are correct, will have a total of $12,378,000. Damn good investment. Damn good for what, $8,000 investment today. It's really good, but it's not generational wealth. As in, you can't do whatever you want and give your kids and their grandkids wealth to last for generations. Then I say, but if this fictional person waits another 2 years, we're looking at a much higher projection with $1,000 Theta and $500 Theta Fuel. Run those numbers, 120,000 Theta times $1,000 is $120 million. And you'll have earned over those years 210,000 Theta Fuel. Just in Theta Fuel at $50, you'd have $10,500,000. That gives you a total of $130 million. That's what I call generational wealth. This is not investment advice. But that's the craziness of cryptos. Especially a cryptocurrency that can save the world by offering a change in the way we live. It's the Internet 2.0, where you don't have to pay for broadband. It's all free. And the reason it's free is the economic system set up with the Theta protocol staking tokens, earning Theta Fuel, and what Theta Fuel pays for over time. It's an amazing invention. I'd put it right up there with Satoshi's Bitcoin. This is an self-sustaining economic system within the Theta broadband network. And on the fun side, I had like 3 people send me this video from this guy, Robert Hartley. It's called Theta, the New World Reserve Currency, because it dealt with the Economist magazine. And listen to it's kind of funny. Check him out.
I'm not sure if anyone's ever done this before. I'm not sure if anyone's ever highlighted this before.
Hang on. I got him on double speed. I listen to everything on double speed now. Anyway.
Before. So here we go. I'm going to lay it out for you. It says it all in the title. Here we go. The Economist magazine. You're going to have to learn how to read backwards for this one. The Economist magazine. Takeshita comes to town. Do you know what Takeshita is? That's an anagram of Satoshi. Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi comes to town. We go further. Get ready for a world currency. Do you know what that symbol is on the coin? Do you know what that symbol is? We'll just stop revealing the poster there. That's a theta symbol. That's a theta symbol.
That doesn't look like theta at all.
And have a look at the Theta Fuel logo.
I mean, it's cute, but no, that is not the theta symbol at all. This is the theta symbol. That is theta. What he's showing, what is on the coin in the Economist magazine is a zero with a slash piercing the zero. It's an Illuminati symbol, they say. Not many people know about it. I've shown people what it is. And of course, it has to do with the Grand Canyon Gold. Sorry, Jim Willie. You want to see the Economist magazine theta symbol?
Bird.
That's what it looks like, right? A zero with a slash piercing the zero. You want to see it somewhere else? Pretty much the only place I've seen it. There is a zero with a slash over the top, but this is clearly piercing the zero. Where else could we have found this? Let's look at the cryptographic gold bars from China. This is one of the top 10 mysteries in the world of cryptographic, undeciphered mystery. These are, 7 bars? How many bars are there? I think there's 7 bars. Let's count them. See, they do close-ups. But there it is. It's right there. It's right here. There's the slash, piercing the zero. What is it? The airplane, the water. This is all about the Grand Canyon, the gold in the Grand Canyon, the loaned gold to China. If you dive deep enough down the road to Ruta, you're going to find little nuggets that all add up to the entire road to Ruta theory. And this is the stuff that hasn't been deciphered, these cryptographic codes. $300 million gold loan to China back in 1934. Well, what else was happening? We had the confiscation of gold. We have the introduction of, that's right after the first charter of the Federal Reserve System expired. And those of you who continue not to believe the gold in the Grand Canyon theory, let's look at the zeros with the slashes through them. Here we have a canyon right here, cryptographic. And what is this up here? It is that plane from the original thing crashing, which is exactly what happened in 1954. The largest plane crash in the world to date. 2 airliners crashed over the very spot where they found the gold in the Grand Canyon. Confluence of the Colorado River and the Little Colorado River. It's all right here. And there's your lines with the slashes through it. You want to see it again? I think there's another gold bar with it on it. Nope, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 gold bars. This isn't rocket science. It just takes a little research. So if you're looking for this, the zero with the slash through it, you start here. You start it where they're talking about zero through the slash. There's the zero through the slash. At this point in time, it looks like about half the gold was taken out of the Grand Canyon because this is filled with gold, both sides of that one, half of this one, and none of that. There's the water for the Grand Canyon. And here's the end game. Where'd all that gold go in the middle? There's a little bit left. When they crashed the plane and removed. Oh, by the way, they shut down the Grand Canyon for 2 weeks. No one was allowed to go in and out. They had to pick up the pieces of all those dead people. and all the plane parts. And you can still go into the Grand Canyon and find plane parts at that very spot if you hike in certain areas. And I have pictures of it. Oh, by the way, those plane parts don't match either airplane that crashed. Don't know what I'm talking about? That's all right. That's all right. Go to rotorooter.com. But I do love this guy's understanding of, yeah, it's very easy for Theta Fuel to become a universal basic income if the old system fails. Matter of fact, we did a remote viewing session. I didn't do it. The remote viewing guys did. And they came up with, crypto viewing guys came up with, they were doing Theta. They didn't know what they were doing. They were just working off a number. And a couple of them came up with the universal basic income. Anyway, buy your Theta. Come on, guys. Buy your Theta. I know you already are, but keep it up. How do I know you already are? You go to back to the Guardian monitor, and let's look at where the little guys buy their Theta and stake. Most people don't stake themselves. They'll use Gpool, and voila, look at that right here. Gpool has gone from 17 million back in August to 76 million and climbing. These are the ones these are Road to Rooter members and other people who are staking and not going to sell. You're going to see the percentage staked go from 54% right now up into 90%. Why? Because they're going to be earning T-Fuel. They're going to be looking for generational wealth. And that's where you can get it. Anyway, you want to learn more, you want to learn how to buy Theta, store Theta, and stake Theta, go to roadrooter.com, subscribe today. I walk you through how to do it on the private road. And I also give you, mailed to your front door, 25 Theta and 25 Theta Fuel already loaded on a paper wallet. They're exciting times. I'm not worried that Theta hasn't gone moonshot already. As a matter of fact, I don't want Theta to go moonshot. I want more and more people to get in on it. I want to buy some more Theta and Theta Fuel. Theta Fuel is going to get exciting in April. Right now, the ratio's, I don't know what it is, 50, 60 to 1. It'll go down to 10 to 1 at some point. Between 10 and 20 to 1, I think, is the proper area for it. Will it happen tomorrow? No. Why? Because Binance controls all. If you were trying to get Theta yesterday, Binance locked it up. And all of a sudden, all the exchanges said, I couldn't get Theta. Because Binance didn't want to give anything out because they wanted to make sure the upgrade went over smoothly. It did. Binance opened up their Theta withdrawals again, and all of a sudden, everybody had Theta again. It's a silly world we live in, but you're right on the cusp of something big. So hang in there. Hold your silver in your own possession. Hold your Theta in your own possession. Stake it. Start earning T-Fuel for the future. It's Bix Weir, roadrooter.com. Talk to you.